everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm filming part 2 of this Colour Along in Summer Nights by Hanna Karlzon, and it was this page. So in part 1, I'll link it in the description if you're interested. We did all the flowers. This part we're going to try and get all the leaves, this little circular thing which is meant to be like a little branch, I think, and these which I thought were radish. Someone's told me that they're not radish, the rose hip. But they do look like them, actually. They do look like them, but it makes more sense that it's a rose hip plant or flower rather than a random radish mixed in with some florals. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck in on the leaves, so I'm going to get you zoomed in and I'll start on the top ones, I think. So let's bring this camera right down, and I'm going to use the same colour we used in the centre of here, the redwood, but I'm also going to use a darker shade as well, which is Raisin. So if you get your redwood first, 1920, and we are going to just light layer all over the leaf. And then again, it's very easy colouring this with what I'm going to do on these leaves. It's very simple colouring. So now with the Raisin, this is Raisin 2000. I'm going to go in with a hard pressure at the base of each little thing on the leaf and then pull it up so that you're keeping that lightness on the tip of the leaf. I don't think we're in quite enough, are we? There we go. What's all that on the page? I've zoomed in so much I can see all this stuff on the page. All that you can see here is just the wax of the pencils. It looks like that normally, but when the light hits it, it looks terrible when the light hits it. So again, hard pressure, and then slowly moving into a medium pressure. It feels like it wants to break off the end of that. Medium pressure, and then keeping it light on the ends. Now at the end, you can burnish the ends up here with either a white again, or you can burnish it with your favourite blender pencil. That's up to you. I'll leave the choice down to you again, guys. But it's very quick doing leaves this way. That's why I like doing it. It's quick and easy, but it's effective as well. It does give a really nice look to the leaves. There we go. Sometimes I even like to leave, you know, not to burnish it and just leave the texture in. Sometimes on certain pages it's quite nice to have that texture in, but I'm not going to do it on this one. I am going to blend it with my white. Just going to sharpen it a little bit. Needs a good little sharpen. So with a white or blender pencil of your choice, just go onto them lighter areas and blend it in. I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom with this white because I don't want to put a white coating over the darkest bits on these leaves. I want them to stay dark. So I'm just blending the top bits. Traffic's a bit better today. You're not going to hear beeping outside the house, I don't think, today. And that's it. I'm going to do the same for all those leaves. So it's just literally those colours, those two colours. So back in with the redwood. I'll go over here. And then Raisin. You'll be pleased to know I managed to get to the shops as well the other day. I managed it. Going in with a white now. and redwood. I wonder how many steps I've done today. Time we're on 10:59. 4,400. I've given myself a target of 15,000 and I never hit it. I never hit it. I need to start going for a walk after I've done some filming. I keep saying it, but it's one thing saying it and another doing it, isn't it? There we go. Raisin. So I'm definitely going to incorporate some of these brown tones into the butterfly, I think, when we come to that. But the butterfly won't be in this part. So white, we're too zoomed in. Too zoomed in. Redwood. I'll stay on for about an hour anyway. We'll have this video be an hour long and see how far we can get. But it's very simple colouring on these leaves now. It's just that there's a lot of them. Raisin, there's a lot of these leaves all the way around. It's a nice colour combo this though. This sort of red brown tone with the turquoise. It looks really pretty. White. Back in with redwood. Raisin. What y'all having for your dinner tonight? Your dinner, your tea, whatever you call it. What y'all having? I'm out of ideas lately. I really get fed up of cooking. It's not my favourite thing to do in the world, but I find it stressful. White. It's mainly because the kids are so fussy, and because they're so fussy, me and my partner don't eat at the same time as them. So when the kids get home from school, I do their tea, and then me and my partner have something late on when the kids have gone to bed. So it's like I'm cooking twice. Redwood. I think though I might do fish chips and mushy peas for us later, I think. I don't know what I'm doing the kids yet. Raisin. They used to love family meals, like, and then they just got really fussy and wouldn't eat a thing. Oh, because I've got 5 kids, you'll find when I make something, 2 of them will love it, 3 of them will hate it. So whatever I'm cooking, I can guarantee that there'll be at least 1 or 2 people whinging about what it is. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because you sort of know what we're doing now. We'll zoom out a bit, but this is how it's looking. It's looking quite nice when we get that glare off. There we go, that's what it looks like. So going back in with the redwood. If you want to do some, I probably will right at the end, right at the very end, I probably will put a bit of white Posca pen dotting detail on the leaves. It's just what I like to do. Raisin. I think it's my signature that now. I think if you see on a page on Instagram that's got dotting details all over it, it's probably one of mine. Can't help myself. What was that? Well, that was exciting. A car crashed into a lamppost. That's what the noise was, guys. That's what the noise was. So, because obviously I was the first person to hear the crash and see it, I then phoned 999. But then when I looked out the window, the police were already there. So it looked like, coincidentally, there was already a police van travelling in the opposite direction, and they've seen it happen themselves and stopped. So I just said on the phone the police were already on scene, and they took the road name and that and just double checked that it was already logged and stuff. But the lady who crashed into lamppost was fine. She just got out the car and was talking to the police at the side of the car, and then they moved over to the other side of the road into the van. So she was completely fine. But look at the lamppost. I'll put a little video in here. Look. How bad is that? But they've just wrapped some tape, like some hazard tape around it, and gone now and left it. There'll be another set of people who'll have come and fix that now. But yeah, that's what the bang was, guys. I don't always just look out my window willy-nilly at every crash and bang, but I knew something had crashed outside. I could just tell with the noise. That's right outside my window where I'm filming, so... Oh my gosh. No, there's never a dull moment on this main road. Never a dull moment. There's really not. But anyway, we was using grazing. So, oh my gosh. Oh dear. I knew they was going to send the firefighters as well. They send them because obviously they didn't know what was going to happen with the lamppost when they moved the car, when they reversed the car back, I don't think. White. Oh, is there another emergency vehicle coming? They've all just left. They've opened the road now and left, so I don't know why there's more coming. Unless it's just a random one going past the house. Let me be nosy again. This is really... Oh, it's just a fire engine going in the opposite direction. Yeah, this is really just a come and see what all the commotion is video. Isn't it? Can't believe it. Redwood 1920. I get called nosy, me. I get called nosy. I am a bit. But if you hear a big bang outside your window, you're going to leak, aren't you? I'm not just going to carry on filming thinking, oh, sounds like something's happened out there, but never mind, I'll just carry on filming. Just carry on about my day. Someone could be dying out there, but never mind. My door's creaking now. I've just been out into the other room and left the door open, and I've got the window open, and now we've got a creaky door, so if you hear that, I apologise. But I don't think I should start the video again, otherwise I'll never come back to this page. I'll just never come back to it. So I'll do as much as I can of these leaves in this part anyway on camera, but if I don't finish them all off, which I probably will not finish them off now, you know how to do them now. It's very, very quick and easy. It's just 2 colours and then a blender pencil. So hopefully you know how to do that. We like to do it simple over here. There we go, back in with the redwood. Really doesn't look safe, that lamppost though. I wonder if they'll get someone out quick to it, because, or just leave it like that. They might give it a little wobble to see how secure it is before leaving. And if they thought, oh, it'll do till they can come and fix it, they've probably just left it. White. Redwood. I'm going to give my resin pencil a little sharpen. It's not the bluntest, but I want it to be a bit sharper. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. I've lost all track of time as well now. I don't know how long my first recording was. So I can't let it go over an hour because it doesn't let me export it otherwise. Door. Sounds spooky, but I know it's just the wind. It's just the wind, definitely. I've got all the windows open. It's quite nice today. There's a cool breeze, but the sun keeps coming out. It's quite nice when the sun comes out. It's quite warm. But now you know why there's so many emergency vehicles goes past my house. The majority of them are because of crashes. I'm telling you. Redwood. I forgot what I was talking about as well before I ended the video. I just remember I was colouring away and I heard a big bang and I went, what was that? And then went straight to the window. Can you hear that door? How spooky is that creaking? It's only me in this house. There's nobody else here. No, it's just the wind. It's just the wind. Don't know why it's so bad though, because, well, there's my window open in here and there's the kids' bedroom window what's open. But the hallway one isn't. I've watered my lawn this morning as well. You might have heard me mention in a previous colouring chat that I'd put some seed down in the garden because we had like a patch where all the grass had died. So it was like a mud patch really. And we've put seed down, it's all grown gorgeous now. But I have to keep watering it. But you can tell it's new grass because it doesn't, like, it's so much greener than the rest of the lawn. But my partner's got some stuff to put all over the lawn, but you can't put it down yet. The grass has to be so many weeks or months grown before you can put this weed killer stuff down on the lawn. Wait, so he's just waiting till I can put it down, and then he'll put some sort of feed down for the rest of the lawn to maybe perk it up and make it a bit greener. And it looks like the new grass. There we go. Redwood. So I'm going to do this leaf and then I'm going to do these two, and then we'll call it a part 2, I think. And then in your own time, because I've showed you how to do these and these, I'm going to do the rest of them in my own time, and then when we come back for part 3 we can just start on the butterfly, if that's alright. Just because when you've got quite a lot of little details on a page, they can be like 4 and 5 parts long, and people do get bored because the views always drop off. I'll find when I do a colour along that the first part of the colour along might get like 300-400 views, and then the second one will only get half of that, so it'll maybe only get 200 views, and then if you go into any part 3s, part 4s, you're really pushing just over 100 views on them, because people, and you can tell when that happens, you know, people are getting bored. They're like, oh no, not this again. Right there. I mean, there'll always be a few what say, yeah, we want to see all the parts, but it will only be like a handful of people that are interested in that. So yeah, where I can, if things are taking too long, if there's lots of bits that is just very samey, where it's just me repeating the same thing over and over, then I will try and do it off camera. Just saves on a bit of time. Redwood. My nose is dripping again. My partner's got hay fever as well. Right, I've had it from being a child, so I've never known any different. Every summer I'm like, I dread it. But my partner, he's only developed hay fever in the past, I want to say about 5 years ago, and he's 40 this time, and I think he only got it about 5-6 years ago, started getting it. Reason, and last night he woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, he couldn't sleep, he couldn't breathe because of it. So we've been taking tablets every morning, the hay fever tablets, but he's at work at the minute, and I said to him, why don't you pop to the shop on your break and get some of that nose spray, because you can get like a nose spray that you can use as well as antihistamine tablets, so he could use that alongside his tablets and see if that clears his nose and sinuses up a bit better. So he's just been and got some of that, so he'll have to tell me if it's any good, because I'll use some if it's any good. I'm not really a fan of the sprays up my nose, but if it's going to make a difference, then I'll use it. The symptoms changed for me though since being a kid. Like when I was really little, I used to get it so bad that I used to be sent home sometimes in the summer, because if we'd been playing on the grass, because they had a big field, and in summer all the girls used to, you know, and the boys as well, they used to go on the grass and they used to do roly-polies down the hill and, you know, all that fun stuff you do when you're a kid. And right in the middle of summer, when it was really bad, my eyes used to puff up, and they puffed up one day so bad my eyes was tiny. My eyes were really tiny, and there was itching off, and it was horrific. I was sat, they sent me inside and put a cold sort of compress over my eyes, and my mum came and picked me up from school. So it was sort of, as a kid, it's been all in my eyes mostly, obviously sneezing as well, but it was mostly my eyes what were affected really, really badly. But as I've got older, it's more the roof of my mouth itches off like crazy. It's horrific, and then it starts, because you've been itching it with your tongue so much, it starts burning and it just feels horrible, and then your nose starts stinging and running. So I'd say it's more that as I've got older. But it's still the itchy eyes, but nothing compared to what it was when I was younger with the itchy eyes. It's more fatigue now as well. So I've got to do these little, what was they called again? Rose hip plants. Yes. So with this one, again, very little pencils. I'm going to go in with a pure red as a base, and then I'm going to use the raisin for a dark shadow, and then rather than blending with the white, I'm going to blend it with a pure red, so that we've got a really rich red colour. And then I'll pop a highlight in with a Posca pen. Yeah, Posca pen. So pure red 0510. Almost forgot what I was trying to read out then. I'll crack it up. The accident on the front's from, it's too much excitement for one day. What is it about firemen's uniform though, really? What is it? Oh, that door creaking. I bet if you're watching from somewhere else in the world as well. I bet ours look different to yours, don't they? Uniforms and emergency vehicles look a bit different. So that's that. I'm going to put the darkest colours where you can see this black dotting detailing. I think that's where the shadows would be. That's what this sort of artists sometimes use, that dotting detailing in as a shadow. I'm just going to pull a little bit of the colour down there. But yeah, so we're going to go all here and then slowly blend it a bit into the centre so we've not got such a harsh line there. Around there, and then the same here. Bit there. That, and then we're going to make it very red now. So back in with the pure red, and we're going to go in with a hard pressure, and we're going to make this little rose hip plant or flower. I'm going to make it pop now. Pop a red. There we go. Dust it off a little bit. I'm going to do the same with this one. So back in with the raisin, where the little dotting detailing is, we're going in with this colour. And a little bit down the stalk, a little bit there as well. There we go, and then back in with the pure red, hard pressure. There we go, and then I'm going to pop some little highlights in. So where's my Posca pen? Boosh! I'm going to pop some little, where should we put them? Should we put one here? Little highlight there. Maybe a little one there, and a little bit of dotting, just for some difference. And then, like I said before, I probably will put some dotting detailing on the leaves, because why not? We love doing that. I like to do a cluster of about either 2 or 3 and then one even there, so I might put 2 there and then 1 there, 1 down there. I love it. I love a bit of dotting detailing. Just brightens everything up a bit more as well. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see what we've done so far. in this part. Not much due to the commotion. But, oh, have I zoomed in on my screen as well? I have. So let's zoom out there and then we can see a little bit better. So there, all we've done in this part is those leaves and those little two rose hip things. So off camera, let's give you a close up. There we go. Off camera, I'm going to do all the bottom ones. So you carry on in your own time as well, doing all these bottom ones. And then when we come back in part 3, we're going to do the butterfly and this tiny little bit around the edge, which I've not shown you how to do. So yeah, make sure when we come back in part 3 you've done this bottom bit exactly the same as we did the top bit. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the drama in between. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone.